Hey folks, welcome to Unit 1 and Essay 1. As I've, I think otherwise noted, each unit will contain a single essay, so we're going to, there's 3 weeks in this unit, so we're going to start here with week 1. So before you do anything else, watch the Welcome to Class video and how to navigate the class video if you haven't already done so, okay? I'm going to go to week 1 here. Looks good. So this is a pretty long to-do list. Some weeks you'll have a shorter one. There's a lot of bits and pieces. Nothing's going to take super long this week, but there's a lot of bits and pieces. So, number 1, watch the Welcome to How to Navigate video that I just referred to. Watch the week 1 video. That's what you're doing right now. Congratulations. So, then go and look over all the course information. Okay? And when I say that, I mean... Let's see if I can get this to move the way I want it to. If we come over here to the side and take a look, you've got the general course info, and down at the bottom, below all the units, the student resources. Take a look over all of that information, because, as you can see, you're going to take the syllabus or general information quiz. I'll show you this down below in just a second. You need to check your Prairie State email and send me a note to say hi. I will respond back to you. That'll make sure both of our addresses are in each other's address books, and complete the introductory post on the discussion board, okay? So if you come down here, there's a whole section on class introduction. There's the discussion board, the quiz, and how to send me an email. It's just a link out. Should work pretty easily. But that syllabus quiz will cover the information that's in all of those resources. So make sure you do look over all the course information before you take the syllabus quiz. You can take it twice, so if you botch it the first time, you can retake it. It will not tell you which ones you got wrong, because it sort of give away the answers for your second take. That said, you've got the opportunity to take it twice, and it will use the highest score regardless of whether it's the first or second attempt, okay? Then we're going to go on. We're going to look over Essay 1. I want you to read the assignment and look over the rubric. Watch the scholarly versus popular sources video, and the how to read a scholarly article video. We'll pop down and take a look at that very quickly. So here we are. There's the rubric, the 2 videos. Let's go ahead and take a look at the essay assignment. All right, here we go. So this essay, there's a little bit of context here about how we're always told by our teachers, oh, use scholarly sources, but we're never really given a very good explanation as to why we should use scholarly sources, okay? Other than that, they're just better. And that's true in some ways, but there are other times when popular sources are not just fine, but actually probably the better option. So I want to talk about that, and this is what the point of the essay is. So, some context here. Choose a popular article that talks about a study. Okay, often news outlets will have articles titles like, New Study Suggests 18 Glasses of Wine a Day May Prevent Heart Disease, these sorts of things, okay? That's the sort of article you want. Then find a scholarly study find the scholarly study on which the article was based. Now, there's a list below. You can feel free to use one of these, okay? Ordinarily, I'll have you choose your own topics, but right off the bat, I'm going to give you guys a little break. So, this is a topic. There's a popular article that's linked to, and then there's the scholarly study that popular article is summarizing, if that makes sense. If you want to do one of those, great. If you don't want to do one of those, don't feel any obligation to do so. Just contact me early for some help making sure that what you've got will work. Okay? Once you have both, I want you to read the popular article and then the scholarly study. The essay should focus on this question. Okay? I want you to compare the two, explain whether the popular article is complete and correct. In other words, did the popular article get it right? We don't typically read scholarly articles in our day-to-day lives. We read popular articles about things all the time. So we want to know that the popular article is accurate. It's getting the information right. So, my question here, and the question I want you to answer is, did that popular article get it right? Did they get the information complete and correct? So, there's some possible questions here you might think about. Does the scholarly research show what the popular article claims? If the popular article claims it extends life or something, by what degree? If it's using percentages, what does this mean in real terms? I always say a 50% increase on something that is not going to happen is not that big of a deal. There was a lot of research a few years ago about eating red meat and its increased your risk of a handful of kinds of cancers, but they were super rare cancers. And so, yeah, it increased your risk of those types of cancer by 40 or 50%. But your chances of getting that cancer went from 1 in 100,000 to 1 in 50,000, which at the end of the day is still not particularly common, okay? So by what effect are we talking about here? How much of difference is made? Popular articles are necessarily more simplistic and shorter, but they shouldn't sacrifice accuracy, and that's really the question. Did they sacrifice accuracy here? There are some details here, 3 to 4 pages. I'm not a particular stickler for page requirements. However, a 2-page paper is just going to be underdeveloped, and it's not going to do well because of that, okay? I try to give you these guidelines not because I want you to exactly hit those marks, but because that's about what you need in order to do a good job, okay? So that's Essay 1. I'm going to pop back out here, and we'll go take a look at the rest of the week. Alright, so the last bit, number 6 on the to-do list, go over writing annotations. So I want you to watch a video called How to Write an Annotation. I want you to look at the sample annotation and write an annotation of the scholarly article you're choosing from Essay 1. You don't need to do it for the popular article. This is just for the scholarly article, okay? And you can see below that to-do list, if I can get this to scroll down the way I want it to. So there's all the information for Essay 1, the 2 videos, the essay rubric, the essay assignment itself that we just looked at. You'll go down here and you'll say, oh, there's nothing here. Remember that these little arrows expand and contract things, okay? So, how to write an annotation video, the sample annotation, and the assignment drop box to turn in your article annotation, okay? You'll note, when you haven't looked at something, over here you'll see a little bullet point, and when you have looked at it, it's a check mark. So all of these, when you are done this week, should have a check mark next to them, and it should actually say 11 of 11 topics completed. Okay? If you've got any questions along the way, don't hesitate to let me know. I am glad to help at any point, okay? Just shoot me an email.